Hello everyone, I'm Xiaogan. Through the previous two sections, we have completed the login interface. Now let's work on the registration interface. Registration is a bit more complicated than login, but it's more or less the same. Now we have actually finished ABCD and we are moving on to the EF stage. So E is to complete the server interface for registration, and F is to complete the client interface for registration. Let's first confirm the data we need to use. Right, because we have already designed the protocol, now we mainly need to see what kind of data to use. First, let's look at the type of our server. In this type, we add a time, because we might need a registration time here. Right, for this time we can just use ID9. We remember it. But by default it is 0. We just give it this. Let's take a look at this place. It should need to include this, a minimal dependency, because this uses some engine stuff. Okay, so this is the serial type. This is our user information site. We added a time. Then we, in this, let's first write and define this. This is a common enum we use to identify its error code. Now we definitely need a registration data. So we write the registration data in this position. We write the registered data here. This is the requested data. The registered data is also relatively simple. We just copy it directly. So for registration, we can see we also copy this YouTube tool because we have already abstracted this YouTube tool at our underlying layer. This subtitle string verification tool. This is the response type. This needs to be copied. It should be here. Because registration is a bit more complex, as it may involve username validity checks and other validations. Let's take a look at this. This is wild server YouTube. It should be this one. There's a typo. For inheritance, it inherits this. We have 4 variables. That is the username. It includes for an email, and then it doesn't need to pass the time. Your injection time has nothing to do with the client time. We need to use the server time as the standard, so this end doesn't need to pass the time. You only need to pass these 4 variables. How to verify the 4 variables, whether they are correct or not? Well, it's actually the same as the 4 tools we wrote earlier. There's nothing much to say. Just check this letter, phone number, check this email, right? Then there are the extracted utility methods that can be reused in many places. Okay, so when we make the request, it should send this, that should be fine. Then let's compile it. Let's confirm first. This compilation should be fine. Okay, so what data do we return after successful registration? We definitely need to return the user ID back to them, right? Let's paste it over. Let's put it on the login instead. Put it on the login screen. This is our registered secondary data. Then we add a time here. Add a time. For the time, we'll call it register. For initialization, we'll just write it here. We'll give it a default time, even if it's 0. There's a comma in front, pay attention. This detail, so with this time, there should be no problem. Let's build again to confirm. Okay, then let's check if we have this enum. This enum should be the registration request and the reply to the registration request. The enum is also there. Okay, then we copy these things into our project. The reason this part is a bit troublesome is because you have several files here. You might run into problems if you keep importing and exporting them. Okay, let's first paste the registration related stuff over. It should be this one, the registration request data. put it here. Then we'll copy the registration return data over. Here. The registration return data should be here. Put it here. Okay. Then let's compile our project. Okay, good. So basically our data is defined. Then next we will write for everyone the service registration interface. Thank you everyone.